Hey guys, I got another video for you. This video is going to be over what's the return on that. It's a Replit assignment that you guys have, or a Replit video in your week 3 folder that I'm working on. So right here, what's the return on that? All right, at the top of this, I've got a couple of notes here, one for the random function and one for rounding. You could use both of those. There's lots of stuff you can use. I just found these two things helpful. We're going to need to import random. We need to know how to do that, and we want to create our own library. Let's go ahead and read all the questions, and then we'll start working on them. The first one says, create a function that returns a customized greeting for an adventurer in a separate library. That's the whole theme of this whole thing, is you want to create functions in the library and use them over here. So pull from the library, complete the task over here. The next one says create a function that returns an updated stock price of gold. Ooh, that's pretty interesting. Random price is fine, so we don't actually have to go get it from a website, but we're going to return a random price. Create a function that returns a random mood for an animal, dog, cat, or whatever. And then finally create a function that receives a gold stock price and an amount invested and returns a profit or a loss based upon random events. Okay, cool. All right, let's start at the top here. We'll start by creating our own library. So I'm going to come over here to the left-hand side. I'm going to hit add a file. And I'm going to say returns library. You can call yours whatever you want. Make sure you put a .py at the end, so I'm selecting this .py. And I'm going to make myself a note here up at the top of this. These are my functions. These are the functions I am using to solve the questions, to solve the problems, to solve with. These are the functions I'm using to solve random problems. There we go. There we go. Okay. These are the functions I'm using to solve random problems. Okay. All right, let's go back to main. All right, so here's our main function where we run and then this thing happens. And we want to pull from this library. So I want to unlock this, and then I want to grab my library name. So it's returns library. So returns library. All right. Returns library. I'm going to go ahead and shorten this as L. All right, so now to grab this library function, all I need to do is L. Actually, you know what? I want to do R, capital R. So I don't have to type returns library every time. I can just type a capital R, and that will go over here to this library. All right, let's see. Create a function that returns a customized greeting for an adventurer. All right, let's make a function for that. So I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to say def random underscore greeting. And I'm going to get some information from the person. I'm going to make my function do some extra stuff. So here's my function, and I want to know inside of this argument, I want to know what the person's name is. Name. So I'm expecting the person to send me some information. I want to know the person's name. And then I'm going to give them a random greeting. Let's make some random greetings. We can make them inside of the function, or we can make them above it. Let's just start off with one regular greeting, and then we can get more fancy. So I'm just going to say print Hello, traveler. How are you doing? Maybe I should say hello blank. Instead of traveler, we'll say the person's name. Instead of traveler, we'll say the person's name. So I'm going to say hello name. Hello name. How are you doing? Let me get rid of this. Okay, so one thing in Python, the commas already give a space. So right there, it'll put a space. Okay, so now I've created a function that's random greeting, but it's not really that random right now. It just says, hello name, how are you doing? And then it plays. All right, so let's grab this function and we'll call it over here in our main section. So we could say this. And in order to get to our library, we're going to use R. So I'm using capital R dot random greeting. And what do we need to give it? Well, we need to give it an argument. So the argument that we're needing is the person's name. So let's ask the person their name. So we'll say input is equal to, oops, no. Player name is equal to input. Here we go. This is much better. What is your name? All right, so now whenever I ask the person, or whenever I play this function, it's going to say, what is your name? And I could say Ren. But whenever I play this, I think it's going to crash. Let's see. Yeah, we crashed. What's the deal here? We've got our library. We've got our function. And we're sending it an argument, but the problem we're having, first off, is name has not been declared. Well, it's over here. Why doesn't it understand? Because you didn't declare it on this side. So instead of sending them just name, we're going to go ahead and send them this player name. So paste and play. What is your name? Ren. Hello, Ren. How are you doing? Excellent. Random greeting. Perfect. I'm also going to add a \n. Watch this. I'm going to come to the end of this. I'm going to say \n, and I'll play this. And now, instead of it putting it at the end there, what is your name? It does it on the next line. Hello, Ren. How are you doing? Perfect. Okay. Right now, we are not getting any we're not getting anything except for just the person's name, and this is not a very random greeting. It's only one thing, right? It's only right now it's only this one print statement. So this statement is fine, and it's printing it out, and it's great. But it's not really returning anything. This part right here is running, and it's coming over here, and it's printing it out. But it's technically just printing it out like over there. I want to pull the information over here. So watch this. What I want to do is instead of just printing it, I want to return a value. I want to return this string back to the other person. So if you come down here and you say return, you're going to notice that word turns blue. So what that means is it's going to send some information back. Right now it's just printing it. It's not actually giving it any information. So I'm going to say greeting. All right, so this is the greeting. And instead of just printing it, I'm going to store this greeting that I made into that variable. So I'm going to say greeting is equal to this. I think I might have to change those commas to plus signs. We can try it without it and we'll see. All right, let's go back to main. And I'm going to actually do the printing over here. I'm going to print like this. Okay, so what's happening now is we're calling our random greeting. We're sending it the player's name, And instead of printing it on this other screen, we're printing it over here. So this is receiving the name, and it's taking the name and it's storing a greeting, and then it's returning it back. If this doesn't work, it's because these commas need to be plus signs, and we'll fix that. Let's go ahead and do that. Run. What is your name? Ren. It worked. Oh, it's separated into a something that we don't want. Let's go back, and let's change this to plus signs. Plus, and like I was telling you earlier, the plus sign or the commas add a space. The plus signs do not. They kind of just shove everything together. So that's why I'm putting a space right there and a space right there. Okay, let's go back to the front, and we will run it again. Rin. And we got an error, line 1. What did I mess up? I don't know what I did wrong. Rin works. I don't know. I didn't change anything. Maybe I just did something silly and I didn't notice it. Okay, hello Rin. How are you doing? Okay, so what's happening is we're putting our name in. Then we're calling this function. It's sending it to here, and it's giving us a greet. It's storing a greeting into greeting, and then it's sending it greeting back. If I remove this print now, you'll notice that I have no prints. I don't have a print on this line or on this script, and I don't have a print on this script. So if I run this and we put a name in, it doesn't do anything. Now, the greeting, we sent Ren, it came over here and it made it and it sent it back, but we didn't do anything with it. So that's why I'm putting the print here. Okay, now why do you want to know how to do something like this? Well, it'll become more apparent as we get farther down the page here. All right, now it says it wants a random greeting. That greeting wasn't very random, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this import random guy here, and I'm going to take it over here to this side. Control V, import random, and I'm going to make a couple other greetings. I'm going to make two. Let's make a total of 3. We'll make 3 greetings. We'll say if number is equal to 1, we will use this greeting. We'll do a total of 3. There's my wife's computer again, and we'll say elif number is equal to 2, and then we'll finally do. We'll make another greeting here, and then we'll make one more. We'll do else. So otherwise, use this last greeting. Okay, let's customize our greeting, and then we'll fill in this number part because we don't have a number yet. It says, hello, name, how are you doing? And I could just say, what's up? What's up, name? It's been a long time. And then I can make another one. Oh, great. It's name. What? I thought I told you to skip town. Alright, so I've got my 3 greetings. First one's hello, how are you doing? What's up? It's been a long time. And then finally, oh great, it's whoever. I thought I told you to skip town. Alright, so I've got 3 random greetings. Now, you'll notice I put a variable here for num1, num2, and then else. We're going to grab a random number, and we're going to make number equal to either 1, 2, or 3. That's what I'm going to do. So let's take a look at this document here. So I'll grab this document, or this web page, and we'll see what we can use to get this done. This is for generating pseudo-random numbers. Well, the one we want to use is rand int a to b. So right there, rand int a to b, and what that's going to do, let's see if they give us any examples. Yeah, here's some examples here. Where's rand int? Do they have it? I don't see it. I'm probably just overlooking it. Range, random range could work. A number from 0 to 9. We could just do range. Rand int works too. Let's do the range one. Rand range, and we'll put a number in there. All right, so in order to use random range, rand range, that function, we're going to first create a num. Num is equal to, now we need to call our library, random.rand, what is it, range? I'm looking at it, range. And what is our range? It's from 0 to 3. All right, what's going to happen here is it's going to go to random. It's going to find the random range function, which we just looked at on that web page. And then it's going to go from 0 to 3. So if it's, ooh, I should probably use 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, and then, yeah, here we go. That makes more sense. So we have 0, 1, or 2. All right, so what's going to happen is it's going to send us a name, it's going to store it, and then it's going to pick a random number, 0, 1, or 2, and then it'll use the name and give us 3 random greetings. And it's sending the greeting back. Whichever one it chose, it's sending it back to this other page. Let's give this a shot. What is your name, Ren? Hello, Ren. How are you doing? That's not very interesting. Let's do it again. Ren. What's up, Ren? It's been a long time. Let's see if we can get that last one. I want to see it. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. I'm going to cheat. It's not coming up. Mega cheat. I wonder if it doesn't go that high. It might have to be... Yeah. What's up, Reed? It's been a long time. It's been a long time. Yeah. Okay, so on our function here, it must have to be 0 to 3. Let's try that instead. It's probably going to say it a whole bunch of times now. Let's try again. Yeah, there we go. Finally did it. Okay. Side note there. What is your name? Ren? How are you doing? How are you doing? It's been a long time. It's been a long blah, blah, blah. Come on. This thing. I saw it this time. Oh, great. It's Ren. I thought I told you to skip town. All of that for just that one little thing. Okay, so it works. Random greeting. Let's go. All right, let's do another one. Create a function that returns an updated stock price of gold. And we're going to use a random price is fine. Let's look. What is the price of gold right now? Let's see. Gold stock price. Gold bullion. Is that maybe an ounce of gold? That's probably what I'm looking for. I wanted to see like the price chart thingy. There we go. Here we go. Price charts. All right, so it looks like Is that serious? There's no way it's 50 something thousand. What is this? 50. Okay, so it looks like the price is ranging from somewhere around 1731 all the way up to 1805. If we go back a year, it went all the way up to 1950 and down to 1699. So anyway, just random stock prices I'm finding here. So I'm going to use the numbers from 1941 to 1699. Maybe I'll add 100 on each direction. So from 1500 to 2000. How about that? That sounds good. 1500 to 2000. All right, so let's go back to our function here. And this time we want a random number from what did I say, 1500 to 2000. So DEF random gold, or not, stock price of gold. And I want to grab the stock price of gold, and I'm going to use this returns the stock price of gold. Okay, and our gold prices are going to go from $1,500 all the way up to 2,000. That's what we said, or what that chart was saying. Excuse me. Good thing I didn't sneeze on you, huh? Okay. Ow, that hurt my back. All right, so we need a price from 1500 to 2000. So let's do gold stock price is equal to, and we need another random function, random, and these are integers. Let's go back to that random integer place here. It looks like this one, there was a couple. Look, we can get a random number right there. So 30, like 0.37, blah, 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 blah. We can get that. Let's use this. This one gives us from 0 to 1. So let's grab a random one of those. It was just random. Random dot random. That's helpful. Okay, so this one is going to give us a decimal number. I'm going to put this on the next line. Some decimal. DECMIL. Is that right? Jeez. DEC. Oh, I have the I in that. Duh. Okay. Some decimal number. And then we want to add it with a range from randomrange. Let's take a look if we can figure out how to get... We probably want to do the integer one, right? So integer. It was randint, I think. I'm looking. Bear with me here. The cool thing about this is you can always speed the video up a little bit. Randint, A to B, randint. Then we got random dot randint from 1500 comma 2000. All right, so the only thing that it might get us on this is our float. We'll see what happens. We might have to convert, but we'll find out. Okay, so this is going to give us a decimal, and it's going to be pretty big, and we're going to round because I don't want all that garbage. Okay, so, and then this is our int. Okay, so they're going to add those two together. Then I'm going to take the stock price, and I want to round it. Well, I had another link here for you guys to look at for rounding. So I'm going to grab this one. And we're going to go take a look at this one. Here's how rounding works. You give it some number, comma 2. That'll be how many decimals are returned. Then even got this little thing where you can click try it, and you can see that it'll return 2 decimals. We're going to go with 2. That's fine. So then we're going to say, oh, I wonder, do we have to pull in the round library? Or is there a rounding library? I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. I haven't tried it yet. Let's go back to this. And we will say gold stock price is equal to round of whatever that number was to 2 places. So whatever this number gave us to 2 places, like so. I'm gonna make another comment here for you guys. So that's our num, and we're rounding to these places, to 2 places. All right. All right, so now let's just return the number back. So now we want to send the number back. So return, what are we sending back? In this one, we returned the greeting. This time, we are going to return our gold stock price. Let's see if this works. I haven't done it yet, so we might error out. Let's find out. So we'll do, I'm going to comment this one out. We'll go down to this next one. We'll do print. I don't remember the name, so I'm going to go grab it. This one requires no arguments. All this does is gives us the price of gold. And we need to call R. And then I'm going to write some text here so I know what's going on. Here is the current price of gold. I could leave this. All right, let's run this. Hopefully it don't crash. Where's your name? Ren. And it says, hello, Ren. How are you doing? Here is the current price of gold. And I could say the current price of gold is. The current price of gold is this. All right, now if I run it again, run. Where's your name? Ren. Oh, great, it's Ren. I thought I told you to skip town. By the way, the current price of gold is whatever. Then they tell you the current price of gold. That's pretty funny. Okay, I also want a $sign here. And it puts a little gap there. That's because of the comma. Okay, so you got to think about this. If I change this to a plus sign, it's going to want to add this, and it's going to give me a problem because you can't add a number and a string. So what you need to do is convert this into a string. This is me doing random stuff now. All right, run. All right. The current price of gold is, there we go. I put that under the wrong function. This one is supposed to be under this one here. Paste. Right there. There we go. Next one. How much time do I got? Oh my gosh, 28 minutes. That's not going to work. All right, I'll stop this video here. Bye.